if Luka gets his first ring, how do we talk about Luka and what are the conversations that have to be had? And I'm gonna just go to the ultimate conversation. It's gonna be Luka Doncic is the best player in basketball.
How does he become the best player in basketball? So if they win the NBA championship, he's the best player in basketball.
Those are conversations that we're gonna definitely have to have. But go ahead, Riddell.
Even if he balls out against the Timberwolves, because like objectively, like no bias, I think the Celtics are by far the best team in the NBA right now. So it's going to be hard to beat the Celtics. But even if he balls out against the Timberwolves, because I think they could beat the Timberwolves. So if he balls out against the Timberwolves, beats the Timberwolves, and then balls out against the Celtics, I don't see why he can't be the best player in the world conversation. I know the two-way thing, but we just had Jokic being the best. We just had Jokic being legitimately the best player in the world. I know the MVPs and all that stuff, but we had Jokic because of his offensive value. Luka provides extreme offensive value as well, and he translates very, very well. I mean, obviously the injury, but very, very well in the playoffs too, and against an elite defense in the Timberwolves that made Jokic struggle to an extent. So if he could do that against that team and another great perimeter defense in the Boston Celtics and do what we know Luka can do when he's healthy, I mean, I'm not going to say a conversation. I don't know why he can't be the best player in the world. I don't know why he can't be.
The reason why he can't be the best player in the world is because winning matters when you're the best player in the world. However, isn't Luka already in the conversation as the best player in the world? It's not like he's not in that conversation, isn't he?
I can't tell Chill when he was 6 MVP votes. I can't tell.
I mean, there's some people who think Luka is in that conversation to be the best player on the planet. The reason why, according to my logic and the way I've always done it, the reason why Joker was the best player on the planet, it led up. What he did led up to him. When he won, it led up to that. Same logic with Giannis. It led up to that. When I go back to when Kobe Bryant did it, it led up to that. All of these guys, it led up to them being the best player, and it was capped off by winning. Winning matters when you're talking about being the best player on the planet. You can't just one day just be the best player, and because you went to the NBA Finals or because you were in the West Finals. No. That's not enough.
Chill, that's what I'm saying though. If he wins, those are conversations we're gonna have to have because it goes from we're hearing whispers right now. Luka's the best player. Luka's the best player. Now people start saying it with their chest when he gets a Finals MVP. They beat the Celtics. They beat the Wolves who just smoked.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a run.
And they gave Jokic problems, just like Riddell said. And if Luka does play like we expect Luka to play, now people are saying it with their chest. Luka Doncic is the best player in the National Basketball Association.
No, Ron. They might say what they said the same thing against LeBron, that Kyrie saved him. That's what they probably say.
He was still the best player in the world, though.
Did we say that Paul Pierce was the best player on the planet when they won it in 08? Who they beat? Considering who they beat?
He wasn't even the best player on his team.
Yeah, right. He was better than KG.
Still Kobe. That's why.
But we put KG up there though after that series. After they won that first championship, we put KG up there.
Right.
But for the if like the Celtics win, I don't think people are going to say Jason Tatum is the best player in the world. And if the Timberwolves win, I don't think they're saying and is going to be the best player in the world. Right. So the only difference, if Luka does what I just said and loses the Celtics in an amazing series, the only difference between Luka and Jokic would be a ring, right?
Right.
Or that Jokic is just better.
I think I've always thought they were in the same level. Personally.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I don't like the people who there's people who have been in the chat who have said Luka's better than Jokic, or they've had them on the same level for like 2 years now. I don't mind them saying it, like, oh, Luka's the best now. I don't mind them saying it because they've at least thought it before. But if you go from Luka's in this conversation with this guy, now he wins, he's now the best in the world. Like, come on, like this has been his worst postseason. Like, there's no way the worst postseason is the one where he's now the best player in the world because his team was better than it was before. Like,
that's what I think.
I'm not listening to that.
That's what I think.
Are you trying to hear that, Mars?
No, I'm not about to. Because if you didn't think that in 22 when he was clearly better in the playoffs, but because his team is now better, all of a sudden he's now the best in the world. Like, I'm not listening to that because that's just stupid.
I just don't think Luka's style of basketball is winning. I don't think he'll ever win, honestly.
We keep saying that, and then he keeps on proving people wrong. But
actually, he hasn't.
I mean, win it all.
He has not.
I mean,
that's the point. Winning the whole thing.
Win it all.
Until I'm on record saying this. Until he commits on the defensive side of the ball, you're not winning the NBA championship. You're not. And I ain't saying that he got to. And I'm not saying that he got to be Drew Holiday on the defensive side of the ball. I ain't saying he got to be Kawhi Leonard. But until he commits, like what I've seen Kyrie Irving do, until he commits on the defensive side of the ball, you're not winning. You're not.
But that's what.
And the difference with him and Jokic is that
Mavs have been to
he
the
plays
conference finals. The Mavs have been to the playoffs 4 times in Luka's career. they've gone to the conference finals twice.
Facts.
Like, why are we acting like Dallas just don't do anything in the play? Like,
No,
when
we're not
Luka's
saying that,
there,
Mars.
like, they
No,
do.
And
Every
this-
time
Mars,
Luka
no, we're
is
not
challenged
doing
This
that.
Mavericks
defensively-
team is also completely different from the one they went to the conference finals, and he went to the conference finals again. Like, when does that happen? Where, okay, I went to the conference final. Okay, we tanked a little bit. We got a new team, completely different team. The only same player there is Josh Green. We're back in the conference finals yet again. Like, that's just not a normal thing to do.
From the whole crew,
Respect Tim Hardaway.
when y'all went to the West Finals in 2022, who's left from that crew?
Josh
Tim
Green,
Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway, technically.
Dwight Powell.
Dwight Powell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put some respect on these guys. What are we talking about?
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it, though. That's it.
Hey, I'm on record with saying
Maxi
and Riddell
Kleber.
knows
Maxi
this.
He's
Kleber.
injured, but yeah, Kleber.
Maxi
I'm on-
Kleber, you're cooked. There we go.
I'm on record with saying this. Riddell knows this.
Shout out
And
Justin.
I'm a up the ante though. If Ant wins this championship, I'm getting the A1 since day one tattoo. I mean it. I've already committed to it.
What's been your logic, Early? What's been your logic on it? It's January. How are you talking about? Not January of 2024. What was you talking about, Anthony Edwards? What was your logic on him?
Mars, who my logic on Anthony Edwards?
I'm asking you. We ain't talking about Mars. I'm talking about you.
He's been
So
glazing
I-
as long as he's been on this platform.
I have openly said that Ant will be the face of the NBA. And I said this before we believed in him, before he was having this run.
Yep.
I literally had an argument with Lowe that I think he'll be the face of the NBA. And it was simply, I got called, xenophobic. It's not because I'm Panamanian, first and foremost. You should hear. It's not because Jokic Serbian, and I don't like Serbians. It's because as NBA is an American sport for the most part. So I believe that the NBA want a American player to represent them, and they'll push it even more. They were just waiting. They waited for Jason Tatum. Chill, you know that. If he beats the Warriors, Jason Tatum faces everywhere. They waited for Jason Tatum. They've been waiting for this guy, and he had everything: the charisma, the personality, his relatability. He looks like somebody who could be your nephew, Chill, your son, your little brother. Like, he looks like what America is used to.
Right.
So I knew that, and he had everything. He had all the ingredients and his work ethic. When he came out and said that guys don't want to play, he gets tired of people, basically, low management. He has it all: defensively, offensively, the charisma, the flair. I just saw it in him, same way I saw it in Kobe. You saw it in Jordan. Like, I just saw it in him, and I knew that if he was able to, get that playoff run, because you get your name in the playoffs, Chill, they was going to put him in the platform. Right. And now everywhere you see is Ant MJ, and it's Ant the face of the NBA. Like, I saw it coming. That's all it is. I always believed in him, and I believe that what he could do, what he did with Cat, what he did with his team, you see they galvanize around like he's 32. He's 22 years old, Chill.
Right.
He literally, when he talked to them, they listen. Rudy Gobert, 31 years old. Cat, 28, 29 years old. They listen to him like he's a 30-year-old vet, dog. I saw it. So I just believe in him and his game. And I think that if Minnesota wins this championship, a team who's never won a championship ever before, he will be everywhere. He can do what Michael Jordan did with Chicago. We forget what Chicago was before Michael Jordan got there. The same way we think about Minnesota, Chicago was worse. Like, he made Chicago literally a championship-breaded team that people believed in. If Ant won the championship in Minnesota, come on, guys.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.